You? Hey. Can
He's not.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's everybody's Saturday? I hope y'all Saturday is going good so far. I know it's early, but we here.
Yeah, we here. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Oh,
Good.
How are you, Katie?
I'm doing good.
I am okay.
Nate.
This music is still playing in my ear.
You said what? What'd you say?
Good morning, everybody. So anyway.
Okay.
Anyways, BlackRoses, how was your week?
That was good. I really didn't do much.
Okay.
Do I sound far?
No, your thing muted. I can't really hear you.
Oh, okay. I muted it because I can hear me. So.
No, you muted the mic, baby.
I know what I'm saying. I muted it because I can hear me and I'm wondering how do I sound.
But can't nobody else hear you?
You can't hear me?
No, you muted the mic on the show.
So even. Oh.
So.
So wait a minute. What I'm saying is, I can hear me through the.
I'm on here.
I know through yours, but I'm wondering, can you hear me?
No.
Like that I'm talking. Can nobody else hear me?
No.
Okay, I'm muted.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was your week, BlackRoses?
My week was very good. I had a great work week. Let me tell you about this experience I had at work yesterday. So I work at the Department of Education, which is downtown on Walnut Street. So on my lunch break, you can go out, whatever. So as we're leaving out the building for our lunch, we're like, there's a commotion going on. We're like, what's going on? What's happening? They're like, people are protesting. Okay, protesting. What they're protesting for? We go outside. These people from the land of caucus and their children were outside protesting about their kids having to wear masks in school. So they out there signs, we don't want to wear no damn mask. And their kids out there like, we don't want to wear the mask. Well, masks are harming us. So they're like, depression is killing our kids, not COVID. And you guys are forcing them to wear masks to school. I'm like, wait a minute, baby. You came to the wrong building. You should have took your ass to Annapolis and went to Governor Hogan's office.
Right.
Or your local school district. To talk to your local school district. Because the Department of Education don't have nothing to do with that. So the little kids were screaming at us. Like, take your mask off. He got on my face and was like, take your mask off. You don't need that. Take your mask off. I have to pull it down.
That is me. That is me.
Walk away. I don't know why we're coming back. We're getting our food. The little boy was like, you should not be going in there. Don't go in there. You're supporting them. I'm like, little boy, this is my job. I can't be out here with you and your mama at 12 o'clock on a Friday. Why the fuck you not in school? And why your mama not at work? I know you want some little privileged white kids from another town because daughter was like from this city.
So they don't need to go to Baltimore City.
I am sure they don't even go to Baltimore City School. I am positive they do not go to Baltimore City Public School.
Oh
God. So that kind of, that was my highlight of yesterday. But
that is a buzz.
It was
well, just let them go without their mask.
First of all, why your kids not in school? Why you start hollering about school? Why your kids not in school? So it was like weird, like y'all was going off about them kids having to wear masks in school, but yeah.
Well, why they? That's why I said just give them the opportunity.
I was happy they was going until o'clock. They was out there at 4 o'clock. It was going to be some problems. I was going to tell every piece of my mind. So, it was going to get it.
Give them their own
I am
opportunity.
in love with this lighting here, and I think I might as well put it in from now on because my light at home is like trash. But this is giving your girl faith. This is giving your girl everything she needs. I should have did my edges this morning, but I did not. This is bad.
That's your
This
black
my
excellence. Look at you.
Girl.
You in love with your
And
melanin.
I'm trying to skincare regimen.
You glowing.
You know it.
They said that protein.
Right here.
It's glowing. You glowing.
I'm with child. Like
I don't like nothing. But I'm gonna start a
I
rumor.
gotta get rid of this part right here. I'll be good.
I'm gonna start a rumor.
I'm with child.
We gonna start that rumor.
Yeah, I bet the fuck not.
But
Yeah, that was my week. And
I'm hoping that
today,
be a really
it's
supposed to
feel
feel
good
good
outside
right
right
now.
now.
So
So
I hope that
Right,
this weather can stay the same for the rest of the week.
it feels good.
It feels amazing outside.
It is still winter, like your grandmother said.
Right.
That's
You
why I
better
got
keep
my
that
sweater.
neck. Right,
That's
exactly.
why I got my sweater.
Well, my girl used
Which
to
tell people what?
keep a t-shirt on.
Mm-hmm. Here go mine.
Keep your t-shirt on.
Grandmother raised me right.
That's what I used to shirt on.
I got me a regular shirt on.
I got me a sweater
And I need like a little
jacket.
jacket.
I'm good.
Don't you?
Don't go out here in no shorts and shit.
y'all.
You know how they do. You gonna see somebody on the bus stop with them shorts on, thinking they cute with some shorts and some thigh-high boots on the bus stop, thinking they real cute. Cause that's how we used to be. Students, we get a little bit of heat. We sitting up on that daggone bus stop with some little freezing, with some shorts on and some little stilettos, thinking we was real cute. A little thin leather jacket.
What you gonna do?
Some young.
We did. We act like that. We act real high.
Never had a coat on.
Never freezing, but we was cute.
Trying to be cute.
That's what I was freezing, but we was cute.
Wasn't trying.
We was hot.
You know what I was thinking about when you was just saying that about your how the light and everything is making your skin and everything glow. I was thinking about like what we was just talking about, thinking we was cute. I was thinking about when I was younger, because it's Black History. I was thinking about when I was younger. You know how people used to, I don't know if you ever got this, but I got this all the time. People always say, "You cute to be a black girl," and how people always say, "You cute to be a dark skinned girl." You ever heard that?
Mm-hmm.
That they were saying you cute to be dark or you cute to be brown skinned. What? I don't know if people understand. That's kind of insulting to say you cute to be brown skinned. That is very insulting to say to somebody. Like, what? Like, what? Why am I not cute if I'm brown skinned? Do I have to look a certain way to be cute to be brown skinned? Do I have to have my hair a certain way? Like, that just really that's a statement that has always bothered me. And one of the biggest reasons why the statement has always bothered me is because, now I have a daughter. My daughter is brown skinned. And I was messing with her. I didn't say you cute. Yesterday I was talking to her and I didn't say, you're cute to be brown skinned. I just basically was like, you're a cute little chocolate thing. She was like, "Mommy, I'm not chocolate. I'm Gemma." I said, "No, it's your complexion, girl." She's like,
I'm not chocolate, I'm Gemma.
I said, "Well, what color are you?" I said, "Are you black?" She said, "No, I'm brown." I said, "Well, you are a cute brown-skinned little girl."
Okay.
And she was just like, but I said it in a way that it didn't single her out, like you cute to be brown skinned. I don't know what is
like people be like, "Oh, you cute to be a big girl."
Yeah.
Like, bitch, what?
That
cute.
is still an insult.
Yeah, that's what I saw on TikTok.
That is still an
Don't
insult.
try to give me a compliment and then follow up with an insult.
Right.
Like, don't do that. Don't. you're cute to be short.
It's the same as telling somebody like, I'll usually date skinny girls, but you kind of cute to be skinny. Like, really? It's the same thing. Like, no, at this point, we don't even need to talk no more. I'm cute to be skinny, but you don't date skinny girl now. That's not how you start a conversation. How you know if I'm thinking the same thing, but you cute to be light? I don't normally date light skins, but you cute to be light skinned. That's an insult. How would you feel if I come off at you that way? Like,
right.
Y'all gotta pay attention to the way that y'all talk to people, the way that y'all word things.
Be so rude.
Like y'all really gotta think before you speak out of your mouth. Keys, think before you speak out of your mouth. Just bring it there. But so we still doing this history. We still doing Black history. Another thing. So I had a conversation with my oldest son, and at his class, they was talking about they were going to do one of the kids to do a Black history essay and submit it for some type of Black history contest. So I asked him, I said, David, why don't you go ahead and do it? Because he's a great writer. So I said, David, why don't you go ahead and do it? He's like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, boy, go ahead and just do it. I mean, even if you don't win a contest, it's just something to do, to show that, you have some type of knowledge about Black history or about your history. And he said, Mommy, I'm not doing it. I said, well, why you don't want to do it? He said, I've never had this conversation with him. Out of his own mouth now, he's in middle school, 8th grade, his last year. For the last 3 years of his middle school, he has never been to school because of COVID. So he came out of his own mouth and said, Mommy, why should I do this essay? Black history is not supposed to be a month. It's supposed to be every day. It's supposed to be an everyday thing. Now, for a child to acknowledge that at that age, that Black history is supposed to be every day, like, that tells you something. That tells you that no matter how old the child is, that they understand. They know what's going on. Because I've never had this conversation with him. So that really it threw me off, but it also made me aware. And it also made me feel kind of good that he was knowledgeable about, we're not just going to celebrate my culture. We're not just going to celebrate my race. Y'all ain't just going to throw it in there when February comes, then we ain't going to talk about it no more.
Right.
So that really kind of gave me like a proud moment. So I don't really want to say we still doing Black History Month. What's a better way to put it? I don't really want to say we still doing Black History Month.
I would just say like we're highlighting
Black history overall.
History.
Black empowerment. That's our topic for the day. We are
paying homage.
There you go. That's a good one.
Paying homage to Black empowerment.
Some of the things. So as I was thinking, about Black empowerment and just our history and being proud to be African American or Black, being proud to be Black overall. A lot of things that actually, you know what? I was thinking about.
Are you okay?
Niggas moving around like you. I got ADHD.
Me too. That's why I'm saying nothing. I'm like, stop. Let me get out of that. My ADHD is going hard. Like, I can't focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to focus on what he doing. I'm nosy. I was thinking that the other day, like, damn, I want to make a good homicide detective because I want to be all up in 3 people's business.
What?
So
you want to do homicide?
Homicide. It's perfect for me.
You can do journalism. You can do.
No, I want to be a homicide detective.
Because you want to figure out what happened.
I want to figure out what happened, why you killed him. I want to do the interrogation. I will be very good at this.
But sometimes you don't find out why they killed him.
Yes, you do.
You don't always find out.
Or you're going to find out. I'm going to find out.
You arrest people, but everybody don't tell you the reason.
I'm going to be all up and through these people's business.
What you call harass them so they tell you the reason why they did it.
So I got this thing like, right, they're going to come in there. This is the interrogation room. And they're going to be like, I'm like, so where were you last Friday? What you doing? Oh, for real? Who you was with?
You giving them other instincts. You ain't giving no
Oh.
interrogation.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
You're fired.
Who you was with? Oh, for real. So
Like, tell me the truth.
Didn't I see you up the 5 mile?
didn't I see you? Yeah. You wasn't with Keisha and them? Oh, you wasn't. So if I pull up this picture on Instagram that Shireen posted, you gonna tell me you wasn't in it? Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
So here's what we gonna do. And I'm gonna go on like that. But I'm gonna be nosy about it. Let me stop getting off the subject.
Yeah,
Today we're talking about Black empowerment, guys. And we're gonna highlight or talk about what it means to empower your people, what it means to empower Black people. How are you contributing to Black empowerment? What do you think we need to do more of? Like, it's a tons of things. So for me, Black empowerment for me means that I'm supporting my people. I'm supporting me. I am doing what I got to do to give back to the African American community, whatever that may be. I support Black businesses. I try to buy from Black only businesses. I try to attend events about us. I try to read more about our history. I try to read more about where we're going at today and things that affects us. That's happening right now in the world. So that's what it means to be Black empowered for me.
So it's crazy. Like, I know that we're talking about, Black empowerment. We talk a lot about Black businesses, Black owned businesses, Black entrepreneurs. But then I got to thinking, like, okay, when people say you want to keep the money, you want to keep the support within your community, does that still mean you want to only buy Black, you want to only support Black, or does that mean your entire community is one? Because what if you're in like a multi-racial community? What if you're in a community that's mixed with Spanish, Mexicans, with Latinos, with Africans, with is it still okay to say, okay, I want to support Black only, or because it's your community and these are small businesses, as a small business owner, as we are small business owners, is it better to say I'm supporting just the community business overall? I can't hear you, Nate. Yes. So just us having
still couldn't hear you, but we heard you.
Business. Having our own businesses.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think there's anything about. I think we need to shy away from the word of small business, because I think that minimizes you and your potential or whatever. I think that when we say buy Black and give back to Black communities, I feel like it should mean that, but most of the communities that we are living in now are multiracial.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's most communities that we live in. Do we go look for only Black business owners, or go?
I mean, for the most part, for me, when I go to bars or when I go out to eat, I try to only go to Black-owned restaurants.
Okay.
I try to only go to Black-owned bars and lounges in the city, because there are tons.
I understand that, but then you got to think about. So my second argument is you got to think about, are they supporting their community, the Black businesses that you're trying to support, because they're Black-owned.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are not supporting their community.
You're right.
Some of them are just trying to get a come up.
Yeah, some of them are just trying to make $1.
They don't care about their community. So how do you know? You know what I'm saying? I don't
think you do know, because like you're saying, do you see these people out and about in the community? Do you see them doing things in the community? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that a lot of them do, but I think that most of them do. I know, like Nate, for example, he's always in the community doing something and giving back to whether it's the art community or like the media or stuff like that. Even with my friend Tamika at the Style Lounge, she always doing things for the community as well. She's always giving back, and she's always hosting shows or going to feed the homeless, doing Thanksgiving and Christmas. So
that's what I'm saying. But like I said, like
I don't think that I don't know these Black owners personally and what they're doing, but I would hope they are giving back to social issues like that.
Social media tells a lot too.
Well.
So before you go, my suggestion is before you go out and you decide to promote and support these Black communities, make sure that they're actually doing something within the community. These Black businesses, make sure they're doing stuff within the community to help get paid. And they're not saying, "Oh, I'm Black owned, I'm Black this, I'm Black that," because that's really what Black owned businesses. That's what it is really about. It's being able to help your community to grow and become better.
What you mean?
It's about like for instance, like a business, like let's say like a Black owned grocery store. A Black owned grocery store, most of the time people have or bring a Black owned grocery store to the community is because they might be lacking something. They might be lacking fresher produce. They might be lacking, the prices might be higher from the franchised, markets and things like that. So that's what I mean when I say make sure that they're, you know what I'm saying? When I say that, just make sure that they're actually supporting the community. In that manner, supporting the community and not just coming up with these, like I always keep using this person as a reference, but I just like I have a girl that I follow, I believe her name is Cash something. She a stripper or something. She had a couple of boutiques.
Oh, Bossy Cash boutique.
Yeah, but a lot of people, I hear her name a lot, and I know a lot of people follow her because of her name, because of where she come from, things like that. But like for instance, or it was another guy that you mentioned that a lot of people follow because of his name in Baltimore.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
I can't remember. But that's what I'm saying. Stop supporting these people because of their names. Make sure they're actually doing something for the community. Not to say that the people that I name aren't doing anything for their community. I don't know them personally.
You follow Bossy Cash?
Yeah, I follow her.
Oh, what does she do for the community?
I've seen like what is it called? When they do them drives and stuff like that.
Oh, she gives drives?
I've seen her do drives and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, just make sure that they're actually giving back and they're actually beneficial. Like, these businesses are beneficial to something. Like, how we go to community events. How we go out to community events. People call us and say, "Hey, we got this. Y'all want to come out?" We never really say no or feel like or act like we too good to go to an event because we want to be out there. We want to talk to people. We want to get to know people. And I would say our support to the community is being able to give businesses and give, people who are out here, entrepreneurs and stuff, a platform to talk about issues that matter, to talk about businesses that matter, to talk about community issues that we have. I think that's how we give back.
Yeah, I feel like we could do more though. I feel like we, as a Black-owned podcast, I guess you could say that, or me having a shoe business and you having your label, your record label, and also trying to venture out into doing a new clothing line or something,
Yeah.
I feel like we can give back more to the community by giving up drives. Because I want to also say this, drives don't have to just be for Christmas and Thanksgiving. What about Easter? You have a lot of kids who don't even have Easter outfits or get Easter baskets or just Memorial Day. Hey, let's have a Memorial Day cookout for kids.
Not even that. I mean, just just randomly, like the same way that when springtime comes,
Yeah, yeah.
for you and your kids. When summertime comes, going shopping for you and you and your kids and stuff. You putting away the spring stuff, going out the summer stuff. Just to be mindful about those type of things too. That hey, they had a holiday or Christmas drive where they gave away coats and stuff, but now in summertime. Now what are they gonna wear? They're gonna wear these coats and stuff that they've been hanging on to all winter. Like things like that. I understand what you're saying. I think we can be better with that. I absolutely would be interested in, getting involved or in some of these drives and things like that.
Me too. I just want to do better when it comes back.
Yeah, not just because of our name, not to put our name out there, but because again,
also to put my name out there.
That's
but I need people watching the show.
Also because it's about helping the community. But we keep getting back off subject because they is not keeping us on subject. So, like you were saying with the unapologetic thing. All right, so I was sitting in my car. I was waiting for David.
Wait a minute. Before you say that, what do it mean to you to be unapologetically Black?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, okay. That's what she was about to ask. Okay, go ahead.
So I was sitting in my car,
and
I had some time because I was waiting for David. So I had some time to think about what it means to me to be unapologetically Black. And I just wrote something down that I was going to just throw out there that I thought about that came and hit me, but it turned into a list of things. So I'm just reading off. It might sound like a poem. I don't know. I'm not a poet, but let me just read what came to mind.
You better read.
So when I was sitting in the car, y'all don't judge me. All right, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about, what it means to be unapologetically Black. And it just hit me. Unapologetically Black to me means I'm sorry that you feel intimidated by my presence. This is to you white people. I'm sorry that you feel intimidated by my presence. I'm sorry that my intelligence was as surprising to you as that Tiffany's box you weren't expecting on Christmas Day. Are you amused with my proper speaking that always?
Oh, baby, can you read?
I'm all over the place. I'm really fast. Are you amused with my proper speaking that allows me to stand next to you in the same boardroom and demands my presence be acknowledged? I'm amused by your confusion on your face as you look at my brown-skinned daughter with her luxurious hair down below her buttocks, trying to understand, is this real? Her unapologetically Black means that she may confuse you when she walks in any room with her head held high like the Black queen that groomed her. That taught her that your opinions don't matter. She is the most beautiful creation walking this earth. So when she walks in a room full of hatred, she has already been prepped to understand that your hatred, your objective to make her hate herself, comes from your intimidation of how she's able to walk in any room, stand next to you, and own her shit.
Okay.
That's my unapologetic. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of where I came from. I love my Black skin. I love the glow. Like BlackRoses said, I love everything about it. I even love my locks. Like for a long time, I was like, I don't want locks. I don't want locks. I just hate that dirty look. Oh my God, I am so in love with my locks.
You better be in love with your locks.
I just love everything about it. And one of the biggest things.
What is it?
When I try, every day, I try to tell and install in my daughter, hey, beautiful. Hey, Black beautiful. Hey, brown beautiful girl. You are so pretty. You are so beautiful. So she is actually, she actually is able to walk around, like I said, with her head held high. Like I'm the shit. And ain't nobody going, I don't care what you say. And I'm still walk past you. And I'm still walk with. You know what I'm saying?
For me to be unapologetically Black. it means that I'm standing proud in who I am. I'm standing proud in my color. I'm embracing my features. I'm embracing my skin, my moles, my body, my butt, my everything. I'm embracing what makes me me.
Absolutely.
And for me, the longest time, my complexion has always been a problem. It always been a problem for me.
It's like that.
I hate when you say that.
You have not. I've never seen a minute when you ever felt
that my brown skin wasn't pretty enough.
Yeah, where you ever, I don't know if you keep it to yourself.
I do most of the time.
You go in the house later on, but I've never seen you intimidated or,
So for me, it's like to be unapologetically Black. I am proud of my heritage. I am proud of where I came from. I am proud of my ancestors, even though the struggles that they went through, through slavery. I'm proud of who we are today. I'm proud to walk out of here and know that you are looking at me as something different and you don't even know who I am. I had a conversation at the post office with this lady, and it kind of started off bad because I had my mask on, and I'm going to show y'all. Let me see. I want to show y'all how I had the mask, and I also want to show y'all the mask. So I had my mask on, and it was kind of like this. It was kind of like this a little bit, So as I'm wearing it, she's like talking to me. She's like, yeah, the CDC says wearing your mask like that, it's like kind of defeating the purpose of having a mask on. And instantly I wanted to be like, what you trying to tell me to pull my mask up? I wanted to get smart. But I said, I'm not going to do that. So I did like this. I said, you know what? You're right. I said to her, you know what? You're right. And I did like that. Mm-hmm. And she said to me, oh, what's that on your mask? I said, oh, this is my podcast. And she's like, oh, you have a podcast? I was like, yeah. So she asked me, what do you talk about? What do you do? I said, well, we talk about Black issues. We talk about Black social issues. We talk about, right now it's Black History Month, so we want to highlight a lot of Black things that's going on. A lot of Black people, a lot of Black history. So she said, can people like me watch it? She was Caucasian. She's Caucasian. And she said, can I watch it? Can people like me watch it? I said, you can absolutely watch my show. So the show is for anybody to watch. And anybody to comment on. And I said to her, we don't just, talk about Black things. We do talk about other social issues and we talk about different awarenesses, but we are going to highlight Black people because why am I on the show just talking about white people and your people? What about my people? Right. We need to create that safe space for us to be able to feel comfortable enough to talk about us, to talk about the things that we go through, to talk about what we're, the issues that we're having in society, the social issues, the racial issues, the racial inequality. We have to have that safe space that we can come together and talk about these things. So to be unapologetically Black is I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of where I came from. I'm proud of what my ancestors showed me, how to persevere, how to push. I know that many of them died not thinking they were ever going to be free. Some of them probably committed suicide knowing that they will never be free. So, and even now we may have freedom. We may have some freedom, but we're not totally free. We still have racial things that are holding us back from being looked at as a race, as humans. As a human, it makes me feel good to just be a Black human. I love being Black. I love my Blackness. I love everything about being Black. I love my Black son. I love my Black boyfriend. I love my Black mother. I love my Black father. I love being Black. I love being Black. I will never walk around in shame and hide myself because I'm Black. In my department where I work, it's me and one other Black lady. Well, it's 3 of us that are Black, but one of them don't come to work because she's retired, but she works part-time. But for me, I'm the young Black girl. There is a lot of Black people that work on my floor, but in my department, it's only like 2 or 3 Black people. Yeah. So when I go to work, I used to feel intimidated because when I first started, when I first started, it was like, damn. But then it was like, wow. I had to say to myself one day, Crystal, you got this. You are a great person at excelling at anything anybody gives you. Anything somebody put in front of me, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And if not, show me what you don't like about it, and I bet you I can do it 10 times better. So when I first started, it was like, oh, I was like, oh, no. But now I'm like, I'm that bitch. I'm that Black girl. That's how you started off with. Yeah. I should have started off that way. It didn't start off that way. But I love being Black. I love my Blackness. I love it. I absolutely love it when I wear certain things at work, or when I'm, have on certain things. They be like, oh my God, what's that? Or, oh, where did you get this? And how you get your hair like that? And I'd be like, oh, it's easy. When I wear my hair scarves to work sometimes, they be like, oh my God, how did you do that? Yeah. And I'll take it down and I'll show them how I wrap my hair up at work, I love being Black. And you can't wrap your little hair up.
Listen, right? What you wrapping your hair up for? You go to see later, your hair gonna lay the same when you get up.
So I love being unapologetically Black. Absolutely. I love it.
So I like I said, this topic is really just like hit me. I love that term, unapologetically. I'm like you. Well, I can't tell you the same situation, because I own my shit. I'm trying to tell you, because I just like the way, with me, I like the way people look at me. I like the way white people look at me. I like when I pull up and they give me a certain type of look. When they look at when we used to stay, for instance, when we used to stay down in North Carolina, we moved from up here, up north. And my kids have always been in the county, so my kids, they talk extremely proper.
No, they talk how they talk.
Yeah, they talk how they talk. Mm-hmm. But that's what people would say. They talk extremely proper. Mm-hmm. So we were in the Walmart, and they used to, in North Carolina, everybody's used to people like them talking real country, like most Black people talking real country, speaking.
Y'all going down there?
Yes, things illiterate. Like that. So one day we standing.
Not all country people are illiterate
at all.
Not all country people are illiterate.
Educated people come out of the country. So some people are, not all. Yeah. So we standing in the Walmart line, and the line is packed or whatever, and I think he's maybe about 4 or 5, and he was standing in the line, and it's a whole bunch of Native American people and a couple Black people. We down in North Carolina, and we was standing there waiting too long. And so he looked up at me, he started talking to him. He was like, Mommy, how much longer are we gonna be? But because his accent was so proper, you can just, you can feel people just kind of look up like you got everybody's attention. Mm-hmm. When they heard him speak, it was just like, where y'all from? Y'all can't be from here. Mm-hmm. But why do you look at us when you hear
when you hear our kids sounding the way they sound, and they ain't got
why
how long we gonna be?
Right. Why
how long we gonna be?
Is it wrong that my child?
I think that, for some Caucasian people, I think that not a lot of them think this way, but not enough of them, enough of them, correct each other. Right. But for some Caucasian people, it's just like they don't think we're educated. They don't think that we go to school. They don't think we have jobs. They don't think we have degrees. They don't think we own businesses. They don't think these things, you know. And for some of them to see us doing this, they're like, how did you get here?
Right.
Who gave you, you know, like
right.
that's how the Karen mentality come about for
that's
me.
True.
Because it's like, as a Karen, you know, the first thing they think of when they see your black skin and you going into a nice apartment building, who you're here to see? Who, you know, bitch, who say I can't live in this building like you can? Who's to say that? You know, just because you see me with a black hoodie on
right.
or a black scarf on or a head wrap on don't mean I don't live in this building.
It's the Karen videos for me.
Oh, baby, I've been watching a ton of Karen videos, and it's the audacity. It's the audacity for me.
And I feel like, you know how I used to always say the Lord puts you in situations
Mm-hmm.
that you know what you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I was in one of those situations, I'm not fit to be that nice. I'm not fit.
I don't know what I would do.
Oh, but why? Why you want to know? Oh, you want to see my? No, I'm just fit.
Where do you live? Who are you here to see?
I'm
Bitch, you got 2.4 seconds.
2.4 seconds to get out of my way.
To get out of my way.
Or
To get out of
say
my
your
damn
ass.
face. Before
Before
there be a fight.
Like my mama used to always tell me when she moved down to Florida, she said, I be seeing these videos. She said, the only thing I be thinking to myself, I wish a Karen would.
I want to know where the term Karen came from, though. I really want to know where that came from. Who gave them a name? Instead of calling them Karen, let's call them by their name. Rebecca, I wish the fuck you would.
Absolutely.
Jenny, I wish the fuck you would. That's what I want to know. Like, who gave them the name Karen? Where did the name Karen come from? I'm not giving you no damn name, Karen. What's your name? Julie, I wish the fuck you would.
And I understand y'all want to be peaceful and y'all want to make them look foolish,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only so much.
It's only so much I'm finna take from you.
See, here's my issue. First of all, I don't owe you an explanation.
That's so pretty.
For entering my goddamn apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't owe you an explanation on, is this my car? I had an officer pull me over one day. Oh yeah, I can finally call him out. I was quick to call his ass out because I ain't got caught yet. So I was pulled over plenty of times to speed. Not plenty of times. I was speeding a lot, y'all.
You said plenty, so you said it right the first time.
So when I was younger, and I was run these streets, I was pulled over, for traffic stops. I was pulled over traffic stops because I was young, down speeding, doing all types of stuff. I have never in my whole lifetime been pulled over and a cop asked me, "Is this my car?" I have never been pulled over and a cop has asked me, and I've had several calls. You can ask BlackRoses. I crash calls like crash dummies. I didn't really had several calls.
I don't think that's
but
cool.
I have never until we got this Mercedes. I've never been pulled over and asked in a traffic stop, "Is this your car?" Before you even ask me, "Do you know why I pulled you over? And do you have your license and registration?" This was all before you asked any of those questions. The first thing you asked me was, "Is this your car?" And that really bothered me because I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? Why are we sitting here? Why you even pull me over? Like, why are we sitting here? Like,
why are we even having this conversation?
Right.
How did we get here?
How did we even get here? So yeah, I haven't been to court yet, but that really bothered me. Something like that.
What is his
when
name?
You pull up to, I don't know if I haven't been to court yet. But when I pull up to the stores, the grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
Another situation. I went up to the grocery store. I was in the store, and it was a Caucasian lady pulled up next to me in like a Wrangler or something like that. She pulled up next to me in a Wrangler, and
a Wrangler,
like a Jeep.
A Jeep. Oh, okay. I'm like, ain't them jeans?
So the parking spaces was literally like right in front of the store.
Mm-hmm.
So I always try to park in front of the store. I'm not acting like I'm handicapped because I hate more.
I will.
So I parked right in front of the store. So we literally passed each other like that. I'm coming out, she coming in. So we past each other like this, and I see her turn back around again as I'm getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out she parked next to me. As I'm getting closer to the car, I still hadn't reached my car yet, but I'm walking towards her car's way. She turned back around, boop, boop, hit the thing again. I said, I know you ain't about to hit. Girl, I couldn't get to my damn Mercedes CLA 250 fast enough to say, bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
Like, ain't nobody looking to steal your car.
But that's sad because that's what they think of us. That's what they. And I ain't gonna lie. When I be seeing some of these crimes happen to some of these white people, like when the DoorDash lady got killed in the city, I don't know who the fuck she was with out at 2:00 in the morning, and she got a whole husband. She was DoorDashing over there off of White Avenue. She's and listen, I don't know what she was doing. But her and some man she was with was DoorDashing at 2:00 in the morning over there off of White Avenue. And he said that somebody tried to rob them and take the car, and she wouldn't let them take it, so they shot her. And subsequently she died. Part of me was like, God damn it, I hope it wasn't one of our little nigga children. You know, like, I hope it wasn't one of our kids. You know, like, because the first thing they going to think is, oh my God, the black people, the black people. You know, so it definitely had me like, damn. You know,
but can we come back to 2022? 2022 race is crime isn't every race.
Crime isn't everywhere.
My brother, you know, my brother basically had a lot of, you know, white friends. Most of his friends were white.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen some ghetto white people from being around my brother. So race is not,
including the baby mamas.
Exactly. Race is not.
And they're white, by the way. And they're ghetto as fuck, by the way.
Exactly.
And I don't like none of them.
Ghetto and these.
Did I say I don't like them, by the way?
You say that every show.
Let me remind you guys, again, on today's show. I don't like them, by the way. Should I call out their names? Aaron, Julie. Who's a white girl named Nikki? Bitch, please. What the fuck is her name? Nicole. What the fuck is her real name? Because I ain't never heard no fucking white girl named Nikki.
Actually, it's Nikki because I've seen her mail. It's actually Nikki because she still had mail in.
That bitch named Nicole.
It's actually Nikki.
That bitch named Nicole.
That's the one Medicaid called to say Nikki. But anyway, let's start calling this girl government.
Ghetto bitches.
But
I hope y'all watching too. Just know I never liked y'all. Never. And never will.
You know they ain't watching because they don't like
never will.
They don't like girls who don't like to see success. That's why my brother.
You know what? Let me say something.
No, I think we on the subject.
No, it's not about them. Because I don't get them bitches the time of day to take up my energy or my space. Yeah. Just know I don't like y'all. Which is why I don't speak to y'all when I see y'all. At all. At all. But look, I was watching TikTok. Y'all know I love TikTok, right? I am in love with TikTok.
You always bring up TikTok.
So I was watching TikTok, and there's this guy who I follow now. He posted a video of him watching Cheaters, and on this particular Cheaters episode was this Caucasian woman and this lady from Hispanic descent. I don't know what the fuck she from, but they were in a polyamorous relationship with a black guy. I don't know. I could never. You will never, ever see me in no polyamorous relationship. You can have them, sis. Please. Too many men out here. So anyway, there was a Caucasian woman and a Spanish lady who were in a polyamorous relationship with a black guy. He subsequently was cheating on them. So when they found out he was cheating on both of them, when they found out he was cheating with a black woman. So when the Cheaters man roll up, they hop out. You know the first thing they say? How could you cheat on us? We give you everything. And then the Spanish girl said, she said this out her mouth, and then you cheating on us with a black bitch.
Did she say that out?
She said this out her mouth. You cheating on us with a black bitch. Yeah. The white girl like, yeah, and with a black bitch at that. With a black bitch. Yeah, so the black girl was walking off. Yeah. Mind you, the black girl didn't confront them. She wasn't like, oh, you know, rah, rah, rah. She was walking off. She was calm.
I'm not gonna fight you over no man, but I'm
wait a minute.
My race.
They, however, were loud. They were ghetto. They were like confrontational. So the first thing the Spanish girl said after she said that, she was like, you know how them black bitches are? They loud, they're fucking ghetto, and they got fucking attitudes in their fucking mouth. But you and the white girl are here, loud, being loud and ghetto. And then the white girl was like, right, I thought you didn't like black bitches. I thought you didn't like black bitches. So then the Spanish girl goes on to say, I can't believe you cheating on us with that nigga. They blocked out nigga though. But that's what she said. And he ain't say nothing. Essentially, I looked at the guy. He wasn't nothing to be doing that. And that just goes to show you, black men, that y'all motherfuckers can have everything in the world. 2 bitches, and y'all still gonna find a fucking way to go fuck a dog. Period. Y'all will still find a way to fucking cheat. So don't ever... I hate when I'm in these groups and these black men be like, yeah, because black women are this and black women are that and blah, blah, blah. But then it be the same motherfuckers who will have what you looking for and still go find another bitch to cheat on, to cheat on me with. Like, y'all do that dumbass shit. Like, what the fuck black men are y'all doing? I can attest. I've been married for 12 years. Like, y'all ask for the dumbest shit. Y'all ask for the dumbest shit. Can I have a threesome? Can we do this? And then we do it, and then you still find a way to go fuck a fucking horse. Like, y'all niggas act like, like, I don't understand. And I cannot stand black men who can't control themselves sexually. I cannot understand that shit. You can't control yourself sexually. That shit burns me the fuck up, because it's like, you're telling me that you will fuck anything that will walk. That's what you're essentially saying to me. But because if you do it, they feel hurt. Yeah, if you do it, they feelings hurt. Let's not go there. They feel like you betrayed them for life. Listen, let's not go there. Mine keep answering me. Have you cheated on me? The answer will always and forever be no. Think what you want to think. Listen. Think how you want to. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about people in their minds. You already got your mind made up that I did it. So why the fuck keep asking me if you already got your mind made up that I did it? So I could tell you no till I'm blue in the face. You still ain't gonna believe me. So guess what? Keep thinking what you want to think. But let's get back on the subject. That's another show for a different show, But it just makes me angry because, they look at us and they think automatically, oh, black women are loud, black women are ghetto, black women are this, and black women are that. And for me, when I'm in these groups and I see these black men in there talking about single mothers, and we didn't fuck ourselves. We did not lay down and fuck ourselves and reproduce these kids. We did not put the sperm in our egg ourselves. We did not lay down with ourselves and fuck ourselves to have these kids. So when I knew I was having a baby and I was committed to this child, where the fuck was you at? Why you wasn't committed? And I'm in these groups and it pisses me off, and my boyfriend told me to delete myself, but it be making me mad. But it's like, it's always the black men who want to down the black woman. Y'all bitches always think because y'all educated that means something. It don't mean anything. It mean from my instance, I believe that most black men, most, not all, most of y'all, when y'all want a black woman to be submissive, y'all want her to be dumb because you don't want her to have no job. And then if she don't have no job, you complain about she can't go half on the bills. Then you want a bitch to go half on the bills. White people are not talking about this shit. White people are not doing this shit. You don't see white people on Beyonce's internet talking about, oh, who going half on my bills with me? Because a white man already know I'm paying the bills. Whether my wife got a job or not, I will pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? This is what only us. We're doing this stupid ass shit, having these dumbass conversations about who going half on bills. About who providing for who. If you a black man and you feel like you want to be a provider, fucking vibe, my nigga. Stop talking about or complaining about being a provider. When the fuck in the history of everdom have you heard a white man like, yeah, because my wife got to go half on the bills with me, or my girlfriend, we going 50-50 on the bills. Whether you want to call it broke man mentality or whether you want to call it a simp, that whatever. This is shit, this dumbass shit that we're arguing about. Do what's best for you. If you find a woman that you want to be with and you say to her, hey, look, I got a job, you got a job, we gonna split the bills down the middle. If she agrees with that, fuck with it. If she don't, keep it pushing. We argue about the stupidest shit, and this is why we can't come together as a race, because we always talking about dumb shit that don't fucking matter when it's bigger fucking fish to fry. We so stuck in this pond when it's a whole fucking ocean of people who don't like us.
And that goes right back to our topic, with Black empowerment. Stop downgrading.
And hold up. Black man, stop asking a woman what the fuck she brings to the table. Bitch, what do you bring to the table? We both have a job. We both have money. We both have a car. We both have good salary. So stop asking me what the fuck I bring to your table. I bring what you bring.
If you come with that
Fuck.
expectation, you can go back.
Somebody asked me that shit one time. That shit pissed me off so bad. What you bring to my table? And that's why his motherfucking ass is single
My
now.
purse is going back away from the table.
That's why you still single now. That's why you single now.
But that's
Asking me what I bring to the table,
Like-
bitch. I'm taking the table home.
right.
Taking the table home.
But that's like you were saying, that's what brings us back to, the topic of Black excellence, like you were saying, like with the men feeling like, oh, bad shit, Black women.
Yeah.
because they throwing their degrees on the table, or they're saying, or,
Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all want. You don't want a woman that's educated, but you don't want a dummy. What the fuck do you want? You don't want a woman that got a job, but you don't want no broke bitch.
they want a certification.
You want a woman that's submissive, but you don't want a bitch that's dumb. Like, what do you want? Because let me rephrase that. Being a submissive woman does not mean that you're dumb or you're less than. It means that you're taking a back seat to some things. Some women, and let me tell y'all men something. Y'all talking about y'all want a submissive woman. Y'all the motherfuckers who are the blind leading the fucking blind. You want a blind bitch to come follow you, and you don't even know where the fuck you going. And that's what I'm saying. Like these same men who talking about why Black women ain't married, nigga. Why the fuck you not married? Why you not married? You 42 talking about because Black women are the least married. Well, you're single. You're 42 and single with 4 kids, sir. Make it make sense. Like, I hate that shit. Like that shit burns me up so much because y'all be the main ones hollering about Black women are single. That's why Black women are. Motherfucker, you on this same as me, single as fuck. So what the fuck are you talking about?
That's been a long time trying to find a woman. You are the problem.
You are the problem. You are the common denominator, sir. You done had 15 women in a year, and you ain't married now when I'm yet. You are the common denominator of why the shit not working.
Oh, that's funny.
Make it make sense.
That is funny.
No, I'm saying though.
I get what you say.
Like we are stuck on what we ain't doing. What the Black woman ain't doing.
Right.
The Black woman, she ain't.
I'm consistently on social media. These Black women out here doing it.
I see all the Black women I see, and then they like, oh yeah, Black women, they got multiple baby daddies, and they got. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Let me say this. Every Black woman I know don't have multiple baby daddies. I know some that do, and I know some that don't. But the ones that don't are still, I know a lot of Black women who are, single mothers who have 1 kid, got degrees, doing a damn thing, and can't find a decent man. Can't find a decent man.
Because you know what? The issue is when they are doing, when you do find women like that, the men that they do find are the men that want to take advantage of their situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the men you're going to find. And I don't understand why. It's not them. And I hate when women say, is it me? Is it me? No, it's not you.
It's not you, baby.
It's them. It's them.
It's his mother.
It's something.
It's his mother. Mommy issue having
That's
ass.
what I say. It's
Mommy
issues.
issues.
It's not you.
Daddy issues.
Right. It's something within them. And
You got problems. You got issues.
I don't want to.
You suffering. You ain't went to therapy yet, bitch. Make it make sense.
I don't want to consistently bad.
I'm not bashing Black men, but I just needed to say that because
I want people to know that there are
there's some good Black men out here.
good Black men. There are good Black women out there.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to not. I don't want to say not. Minimize our standards or not little our standards or make our standards low.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, just pay attention. I want to say just pay attention.
Yeah.
Be mindful. Look for the signs. Me and BlackRoses said every time we have a show.
Men and women, look for the signs.
Just look for the signs.
And for the Black, and I'm gonna go in on Black women real quick too. Stop saying all men ain't shit. It's the motherfuckers you choosing that ain't shit. Stop choosing them. You choosing, all they want to do is be in jail. Well, stop going and being fucking pen pals with niggas in jail and then say all them in jail. Well, bitch, if that's all you date, then that's all you will get. Make it make sense. These niggas ain't shit. Well, stop dating men that are married, ma'am, and expecting him to leave his wife for you. Oh man, these men, this all they want is to fuck. Well, stop fucking him on the first day because he bought you a fucking chicken box. Stop fucking him because he got your phone fixed. Stop fucking him because he bought one of your dinners. No, I'm not being mean. I'm throwing out real scenarios. So the things that I'm saying is real shit. I'm throwing out real shit. You got women out here fucking men for fucking $10. Oh, because I'm hungry. Oh, he took me out to dinner. He took me to Ruth Chris, so I gotta fuck him afterwards. No, the fuck you don't. Oh, you know, he got my nails done, or he gave me $100 to get my hair done, or he gave me $100 to do this. So I gotta. No, you don't. He gave you that. He gave you that off the pretense to see what you was going to do, and subsequently you fucked him for that $100 because he gave you that. What? Make that make sense?
Now he gone. He already got
what he wanted, and now you wonder why he acting funny. You ain't give him you ain't let him.
He ghost you.
You ain't let him chase you a little bit. You ain't let him get to know you. You don't know nothing about him. You know his name, his Instagram name. What the nigga real name
and
is?
And then you ain't even, if you picked him up, you ain't even pick him up at his house. He had you pick him up at his own house.
Okay. You don't even know where he stay at. You don't even know the man's name. And stop having sex without condoms, ladies. Stop doing that. Value your body more. Value your body.
You know what scares me about these about men cheating? You know what scares me about men cheating and stepping out in relationships is it's too many diseases. And the biggest thing that I think
biggest disease that half of Baltimore got that nobody want to talk about, not even that, herpes.
No, but a disease that
herpes.
Can kill you.
You got disease that can kill you, but the number one disease that a lot of people got out here that nobody can see and nobody can tell is herpes. You know how many? I'm not even gonna lie. It's so many people walking around here with that shit, and you like, wow.
You don't know it though, because for me working in the OBGYN office, it's an onset, like it comes and goes.
Yeah.
So you could be, having unprotected sex with somebody and not even know they have it because they're not having a flare up. That's
they're not having an outbreak.
Having a flare or outbreak because it comes, it comes and goes, and then they have medication that helps with the flare up or the outbreak, but it doesn't. Herpes is something.
You cannot get rid of that. You can contain it, and it can lie dormant.
And I think can it be if you're pregnant, can it be passed down to the baby?
I don't know that. I know HIV can.
No,
and even with HIV, there are a lot of people walking around with HIV. And so many people.
That's the biggest thing.
So and they have medicines now that make that shit undetected. If you listen to these commercials, listen to some of these commercials. And like, yeah, I have HIV, but no one knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back then they taught us that people with HIV had sores and they were, you touch them, you gonna get it. You don't even know this shit now.
And a lot of people don't know that they have HIV.
A lot of people don't even know. Go get tested. Go get tested.
They just, these niggas out here, that's what I'm saying. If don't nobody else care about your body, you
care about your own self.
When these guys is out here and they sleeping around and you trying to put yourself, I'm gonna be in first place, so I'm gonna be you gotta be careful, you better be mindful. I love my life.
I love
my life because you want to make a stupid decision. You're not taking my life away. I love my life. I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to be able to live my life. I want to do everything that I want to do. And your simple ass is not taking my life.
You're not taking me. You're not taking me with you.
We got all the way off subject.
No. Another way to take care of your life and empower yourself, eat healthy. I know I'm saying this, but we gotta start eating healthy, guys. We gotta start taking care of ourselves. We gotta start, because I look at the how our communities are set up, right? I live in East Baltimore where Johns Hopkins Hospital is. And I can count on my finger Now, where I used to live off of Caroline Street, there was in the what do they call it? In the Church Square Shopping Center. There used to be a Save-A-Lot there. There is no longer a Save-A-Lot there. Now it's they're making it into a City Trends. So I can count on my hand. I think the closest supermarket that sells real food is Harris Teeter, and that's all the way in Canton. You got Safeway on Harford Road. There is another Aldi up the street, but I mean not Aldi. There is another Save-A-Lot up the street, but I hate Save-A-Lot. I can't stand shopping at Save-A-Lot. To me, Save-A-Lot is not a place where if you got food stamps, you won't go spend your whole food stamps at Save-A-Lot. But a lot of people don't know no better.
That's like, you know what? You're telling the truth, because when my grandmother was still living, the only place that she would shop at was Food Depot.
Food Depot.
Mm-hmm. And I went there with her one day because my grandma didn't drive. So when I used to come down here and visit for, a couple of days, I would always stop past my grandmother's house and make sure, you need anything, you need to go anywhere, you need to ride. And sometimes I would take her to the store and she'd be like, you can drop me off, just come and get me. And my grandma didn't qualify for food stamps. They told her she made too much on her SSI, but the lady had a stroke, so she couldn't even work no more. But they told her she made too much. They was only going to give her $80 a month, like really. But anyway, so I would take her to the store and I would walk around with her. And I'm looking at these, I'm like, is it just because I live in North Carolina? What in the hell is a pack of, what's them hot dogs with the G? It's a different way you pronounce it. The red hot dog, the pack of red hot dogs. They got the bologna. It's the bologna, the hot dogs.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
I don't know the name of it. But one pack, I think it was like a 4-pack or a 6-pack or something like that. Was like $5. I said, you lost your daggone mind. I get that same pack down in North Carolina for $2.
Wow.
That was the food at that Food Depot, because the Food Depot, if y'all know, Food Depot is on Bel Air Road, it's accessible to a lot of people who don't have transportation. And I feel like that's why the prices are as high as they are, because and sometimes when food stamps come out, they do hike up the prices. Sometimes they hike them up, sometimes they bring them down, but when food stamps come out, the prices do change. They do change. Ridiculous. That makes no sense.
And what other market is? I mean, she has Safeway, but she would have to catch a whole nother bus to get the Safeway. So at the time, but extra 2 buses to get the Safeway. So versus her going right to Food Depot, which is up the street, and she only had to catch 1 bus. It's so many food deserts out here. Like, we live in it. Like, I can think about I'm thinking about just the Sandtown area. Their only market that they can go to and is accessible to them is Shoppers at Mondawmin. There is no other market in that area. I'm gonna say from Monroe on down to about,
you're right, because we used to
the whole area, the whole Sandtown area. Right. There is no market around here. Right. No market. There is no market. Right. Save-A-Lot. The next market will be Save-A-Lot up Walbrook Junction.
Yes,
Save-A-Lot is not even. I wouldn't even. I think there is still a Save-A-Lot up Walbrook Junction, but I wouldn't even. They do have produce. I don't know how fresh their produce is, but they do have fresh produce. I don't know how fresh the produce is, but they have fresh produce. They don't even have a. They don't have a deli, but they do have a meat department. But I don't know how fresh the meat is. Versus if you would go to Safeway and they have the fresh meat out. They have packaged meat.
And then the Walmart, they not even making a Walmart.
Yeah.
You gotta drive basically
you gotta go to the counties, and there was a Walmart in the city over there for Port Covington, but they took that away.
Because people have stealing. It's like the one that's right there off our views. When I used to drive.
I can't stand that fucking Walmart.
When I
hate that Walmart.
And we used to go to I used to go to that Walmart because they only work a couple hours a day. So I would spend hours in Walmart because it's a lot of stuff that I can get done, especially on a Friday when I would drop him off. And I would just go to that Walmart, and that was the first time I ever went to a Walmart and seen that they had locks and cages on stuff. And I got so pissed off because I felt insulted. I felt like it was an insult to me. Like, If I got to go come find you and ask you, can I get some?
Can you give me some deodorant?
I'm alright. I'm just wait.
But that's all of the Dollar Generals and the Family Dollars in the city. They all have the little locks on them, or if you hold them too long, the little alarm will go off.
I would just wait. Go back to Little River where I have free access and I can actually choose and smell and see.
If you go to some of these Dollar Generals and Family Dollars in the city, notice that they have like the Tide Pods and some of the deodorants behind the counter, because that's what people are stealing. That's what people are taking. And it's like, I'm a grown woman. I should not have to say, give me that one. No, go down. Give me that. Like, come on now. No. Go 2 shelves down. I want the secrets. That flavor. Like, come on now. I want to be able to touch my product. I want to be able to feel my product.
Absolutely. And it's sad to say, but it's the community. I'm not even gonna say it's the Black community, because
you have white people coming in here too, stealing our shit.
People, domestic people, all kids in there stealing. I'm not saying this,
but it's to the outside. It's just Black people. You know, this city is majority African American. You know, I'm sure if you look at the statistics of Baltimore City or the census of Baltimore City, it's predominantly African American people that live in the city. And I hate when I get on these news channels like Fox 45. I used to follow Fox 45 and WJZ, just for news updates. But I had to end up following these channels because all of these racist white people that were in these comments talking about, oh, Black people, look at the niggas killing each other. And it's so crazy how you can walk by someone white or Mexican or of another race and not even know how racist they are to you. Not even knowing that they look at you as somebody who is so less than a human. They think we are less than. And I've been doing a lot of Black history research this month, and I should be doing it all the time. And I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. But lately, like if you know how Facebook is, how they invade your privacy. So if you start looking up one thing, they'll start putting more and more of that on your page. So now I'm starting to see more Black history stuff on my page come out. A lot of things. I saw one guy post an older chair that was 200 years old, and inside the chair, the lining in the chair was filled with slave hair from slaves. It had other stuff. Most of these people fill the lining of their couch, or a chair or something. They used to fill it with cow fur or stuff, cow hair or something like that. It was actual hair. He pulled out hair from slaves. I was reading the history of a cakewalk and what it mean when somebody said cakewalk. Cakewalk was about how slave owners used to dress their slaves up in their clothes, in their finest clothes, and whoever put on the best show would get cake at the end. They will receive cake. So that's what it's called, cakewalk. So some of these words I try not to even use, like master bedroom. I don't use that word anymore. I don't use master bedroom anymore because you got to think of master's bedroom. Think about where that originated from. Ever since I found that out, which was about 2 years ago, I don't use that. I say primary bedroom. I want my primary bedroom to be, whatever. But I try not to use certain words anymore. I try not to say certain things anymore because it goes back to how it translated for us. What it was translating for us.
And you will find that.
You can find out a lot of information.
Like you said, translated from how we were. It's translated from how we were. How we were treated.
How we were treated, how people viewed us. Like and even to this day, you really have people that think that we are like 0.something% of a human. Like we're not human. Like, oh, Black people are not human. But like you say, if you cut me and you cut a white man, we both gonna be the same. We both gonna look. It's gonna be the same. Only thing is different is the color of our skin. And I keep seeing people say,
say that. Hold on, before you get any further, let's say that one more time, because I also want to say it in a way that intimidates you racist white people that think that y'all get ready to take back over slavery, get ready to have.
Yeah. Oh, even in this new thing called the metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg or whatever the fuck that Facebook owner name, he created in the metaverse. you can own slaves in the metaverse, and the slaves are black. The slaves are black. I'm gonna find that video and try to see if I can send it to Nate, where in the metaverse you can own black slaves.
Wow. I never heard of that.
Yeah, and they have it's this new thing out now called NFTs, where you know, if you look on Instagram or TikTok or something, they little avatars like a little monkey, cute little monkey.
Mm-hmm.
But some people in the metaverse, your avatar can be George Floyd getting choked. You know, I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna search for that metaverse video.
That is crazy. But yeah, so just getting back into, because we don't want to shy off of our Black excellence. We don't want to shy off of Black empowerment. We really don't want to give those, you know.
Yeah.
We really don't want to give energy to the negativity, because we've come so far along since then. We've come so far along.
I'm gonna see if Nick can play this video.
Since then, what was one of the other topics we were talking about?
It's just, I mean, for us, I just want us to do better as a race. You know, I want us to do better as a people, because we are so divided on dumb shit. Like I was saying earlier, we are talking about stupid issues within ourselves when we have a whole fucking broader thing to deal with. You know, we trying to fight the fight within, but we steady trying to also fight the fight outward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're steady trying to fight the other people while also fighting ourselves. That shit makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense to me.
The bigger we multiply, the more that we're able to overcome everything that's against us. That's against us being successful.
Yeah.
Having more opportunities.
We talking about, there are so many other things that we have to fight. We need to ban. I told this to my boyfriend the other day. I said, imagine what we could do if we were talking about sundown towns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about how they still exist in 2022. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, I said, imagine what we could do if 100 of us go to these sundown towns and stay there in the middle of their town and see what happens. These people are not, now maybe 1 or 2 of us are going to come in their little 20 or 30 group or whoever.
Right.
And yeah, they can do something to us. But if it's hundreds of us, if it's 250, if it's 75, imagine the presence that we will give and our power that we would give off if we go to these sundown towns and stand in the middle of that fucking town and demand this shit. You know, because some of these towns still have the signs, nigga, if you here after 6 o'clock, you better, you know, whatever. Yeah. Some people are still living, and I saw one thing too about a lady who lived in a sundown town, and she was a white woman, and she was fighting against her town. These people burned down her house. These people did all kinds of things. They killed her dog. They were doing all kinds of shit to her because she was trying to stand up against that. And it's so crazy that there is really people out here who hate us just off the color of our skin.
You're right, totally. It takes it like you said, if we are able to multiply and more of us come out, more of us
band together.
Yeah, more of us. That would shut them. Just think about with all these riots and stuff. When with the police brutality, the white people run away. They don't come.
They runs the fuck away.
They didn't. When we
all that shit about them. Oh, we just. Let me tell you something about white people. White people are. And I don't want to seem like I'm racist or nothing, because I'm not a racist. But white people, y'all are the most cowardest race I've ever met in my fucking life. Like, y'all talk that shit, but when it's time to back that shit the fuck up, y'all stand there and we can tell you angry because it shows on your fucking face. We can tell you're scared because it shows on your face. Your skin gives off your fear. Your skin exudes your fear. You are intimidated. You are scared. And you are afraid of Black empowerment. You are afraid of that shit. And if only we could just stop what we're doing and stop the dumb shit and come together as a race and lift each other up and just band together, man, how powerful we will be. We will be so fucking powerful. It's ridiculous, but we so constantly battling ourselves, and we constantly are talking about, shut up. And we're constantly talking about who paying, who going half on the bills, and who doing this. We talking about dumb shit that don't even matter. Like,
we talk about all the wrong things.
We talk about the wrong shit. We talk about all the wrong things.
And why are we worried? Like you said, why are we worried about?
Why are y'all worried? I have not heard that damn white man say, yeah, because I don't need my white woman to pay 50-50 on the bills with me. That's only some nigga shit. That what somebody said. That's some brunch boot nigga talk. Like, you brunch boot niggas is talking about a woman going half on the bills with you. Like, you don't hear white people. I mean, I'm gonna do what work for my relationship. You know what I'm saying? But there's so much more that we could be doing as a race of people. We worry about the wrong shit. We worry about the wrong shit. Black people need to come together because if now more than ever, because there's so many people out here who are showing that they don't fuck with you or your kind. And we worry about dumb shit.
Stop trying to fit in.
Stop trying to fit in. We worry about dumb shit. Like somebody said on TikTok, we have to start now creating our spaces, creating that space and not allowing them to come into our space because they have created their spaces
to make us uncomfortable
and not allow us in. And now we have to start doing that and reversing the psychology on them. No, we created this circle. You can't come in here. No, you can't. I don't care how down you are, how cool you are. You can't come in my space. You can't.
Right.
But we so focused on dumb shit. We so focused on the black woman not being submissive. We so focused on the black man with 15 kids talking about he don't want a woman with one. Come on now. We so stupid. Like, that shit be blowing me up, bro. Like, I swear I be hating that shit, reading it. Like, I swear there's this one guy, and he lives. When I say he lives by this shit, y'all, that's all this man talk about in this group. He talk about the dumbest shit.
What are you talking about?
He hates. I think it's a fake page. I think it's a fake page, but he always talking about black women. He never posts anything positive about black women. Never.
I'm not giving people like that my energy. I had this guy do that. I had posted something about.
He posted white women marry at 56%, black women marry at 26%. The two lowest female marital rates in the world. Wow. Always talking about black women. Now, some things he do post do be making sense. Like, he posted this one video, this girl talking about, if you a man in the club and you see me and my homegirls, and you want to buy me a drink, you got to buy all of us a drink. Wow. And if you don't, you a broke man. Bitch, I didn't come here to get you and them bitches drunk. If you a pretty woman or a pretty man and I offer to buy you a drink, I'm not buying your whole crew no motherfucking drink.
That means you and your friends thirsty.
And they about to play the video, y'all. The metaverse video I was telling y'all about. Them having slaves in the metaverse. And this is something that Mark has created on Facebook. A fake world, basically. A fake world that you can go and be whoever you want. Not only are you doing it on social media.
I don't want to be on Facebook no more.
Is it not a video, Nate? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get the video. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, wait a minute.
On Facebook no more.
I'm always on him.
I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't want to be giving him my time of day. He doing stuff like that. That's crazy.
Hold on, Nate.
That's like what I was talking about last week. That's what I was talking about last week with the day on TikToks. We need to create our own black-owned TikTok so these other races can stop stealing our culture. You steal our culture, but you mock it at the same time. I don't understand that. How can you steal our culture, our dance, the way we do? You know what got me? The other day I was looking. I told you I'm trying to set up, get Gemma's Instagram set up, and I was looking through. It was Etsy. I was looking through Etsy, so I could try to find her some products so she could start selling on her Instagram. And
I sent it to you, Nate.
I'm going through different products and stuff, and something came up. I don't know if I looked at something. I was looking at bags and stuff for myself, though. And like you were saying with the Facebook, if you search something, it'll start popping up suggestions. Mm-hmm. So I was searching. I found like this real cute bag that this girl had made on Etsy, and it was like I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. And then another one was like, I'm minding my black owned business. I like that. So I was gonna get that bag for myself, but other things started popping up, and it was like different t-shirts with different logos. And a lot of t-shirts was popping up that was like unapologetically black. It was like Black Girl Magic. But it was white women wearing the damn shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you gonna wear shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do your models have on a shirt that says unapologetically black? I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
That bothered me. Because why would I want to go in and buy a shirt like that? And you just defeated the whole damn purpose? Or the headbands, the African headbands, the African clothing lines.
The
like,
images of
why
black
are
people
you
as
dressing
meta
them?
slaves for NFTs.
Yeah.
And other races.
They may have taken this one down, which, by the way, had images of... I emailed OpenSea and Rarible last month about projects that were selling the images of black people as meta slaves for NFTs. And yeah, they may have taken this one down, which, by the way, had images of kids in their collection and George Floyd as an Easter egg. But there's still probably half a dozen or more so projects that need to be doxed out. Not removed, because it's too late, right? When the site's already allowed people to buy and sell the NFTs themselves, it already lives in the wallet. So just removing the collection page itself just makes them worth even more. What we have to do is dox the people that made them. And while I can't dox the creator of the Floydies just yet, I can definitely tell you who supports them. That is a tweet from the San Francisco Police Department's Twitter page that is liking the comments of the creators of the Floydies.
That's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, but you got to do your research when it comes to that. When he was saying that the San Francisco police page, somebody liked it, y'all really got to do your research, because people make fake pages all the time. So, but yeah, that's ridiculous, and we're still, like with TikTok, we are still utilizing these resources. Like, I understand that's a lot of people money, that's a lot of influence money, where money and everything comes from, and we just have to find, like BlackRoses said, we need to find our own space.
We got to start creating our own space.
And create our own space.
Yeah. We have to start creating our own space, and then slowly allowing them into our space, and also being cautious about who we're allowing into our spaces. We have to be cautious about that. We as a race of people, when we say empowerment, we're talking about uplifting each other. We're talking about supporting each other. We're talking about giving back. We're talking about doing things for us. Because let me tell you something. These white people in Harford County, Howard County, all of these, Montgomery County, Wacomico County, all of these, Charles County, all of these counties are doing shit for their fucking people. Absolutely. We are right here in Baltimore City with hundreds of kids who go to school just because they need fucking food. Yeah. Just because they need a meal.
Not even in Baltimore.
We can give back right here.
Baltimore City and Baltimore County, I seen the same. I'm gonna say I was very, I was unaware. I was very ignorant to the fact of how many kids in Baltimore County, the same thing, that because they started having them food drives when school was closed. And I'm like, what do you mean kids are only able to eat at school? I never thought about that. Yeah. I never even, to me, that's why I said I was ignorant to that, because I
know somebody who personally, and I'm not going to say how I know them, but I know somebody who personally told me the only way they could eat was going to school. That was there. That's why they went to school every day and showed up to school every day, because that was their meal. Breakfast and lunch was their meal. Yeah. That was their meal. They had no other way. Even in the summertime, when you got these summer programs, I used to work at a daycare for 5 years. And even in them summer programs where they give out food or whatever, we became a part of the summer food program where we would give, we would be a site where kids can come in, and they give you like these little lunch boxes. Yeah. And they have like the milk and the shit in it. Yeah. We were a part of that summer program where we were a site that kids can come and say, hey, I'm hungry. Can you, give me, can you get this food? And we would have so many boxes each day, but let's say we got about 50 a day, but we only had about 20 kids. at the end of the day, what we would do is we would let them take them home, or we would sit outside and be like, hey, y'all need food? Anybody need some food? We would do that. That's the one thing I did love about the daycare that when I worked there. That was the one thing I did like. We definitely gave back.
I had my cousin. I don't know if I met my cousin, my aunt. I don't know if you remember my aunt Shanika from Virginia, the one that always come for the parties. So I saw one day, and she graduated. She just got her master's, I believe, last year for psychology. But I saw one year where she herself, she didn't do it as a group. She didn't do it as like a nonprofit. Herself got her and her daughter, and it wasn't much, but it was just a thought. For Christmas or Thanksgiving, one of those days, she made sandwiches. She made sandwiches in boxes, herself home, and her daughter was maybe about Gemma's age at that time. They made little sandwiches, packed something simple that you can get everything from Sam's Club. They made sandwiches. They put chips in there. They put something to drink in there, and they just went somewhere and was giving them out. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't much because it was just her, but it was just the fact that it was just doing something. And a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people don't think, because I feel like me. I feel like me. I'm gonna admit to it. Me, I feel like, okay, I want to do something like that, but I don't have enough. I don't have $1 million in the bank where I could just go, do stuff like that. It don't matter. That's what I was trying to get to.
It don't even take that. You got resources. You have people like, Nate, you got this podcast. You got things and resources that you can reach out to these people and say, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to do. This is my goal, and this is who I want to serve. This is the community I want to give back to. Absolutely. And you can do that. And don't get me wrong, everybody's not going to be grateful. Everybody's not going to, I don't want everybody to be, and you don't have to feel like, oh, they need to, whatever, bow down or whatever. Like, everybody's not going to be grateful. Because I remember one time we did a homeless feeding. We fed the homeless, and these motherfuckers like, that's all we get,
I've been a homeless.
They was like,
the same thing,
y'all ain't got no this. And, if the homeless people are definitely picky out here. But, it's not even about you got kids. It's kids. And my biggest thing is it's the kids.
And it's not even.
You have these parents who are out here on these drugs and have kids. And these kids are not eating. You have these kids. They're not getting clothes. They're not getting proper nutrition. They're not getting a lot of shit. And it don't necessarily have to be drugs. Some of these people, parents are really struggling. Like,
that's what I was
really
struggling. They're not homeless. They just, because I know when we did the homeless drive, me and my kids, I saw a whole lot of girls that were my age, that were younger than me, that were teenagers. Like, they was only like in their 20s. They was only in their 19 or something. And they would be them and their homegirls. And they didn't look homeless because they had on, decent amount of clothes. Like you said, they just might have been struggling. And they might have went through their food stamps. Or they might have just made like the system. If you make just enough, they ain't giving you nothing.
They give you $1 a dime.
And here's how I feel about that. Let me tell you something. I worked since I was 14, damn it. And I'm saying this to you, the Department of Health, whatever. God damn it, because I worked since I was 14. And when I call up the social service and I need some damn food stamps, you been taking my money out my damn taxes to give other people food stamps. So when I call up there, I want some food stamps. Don't be trying to give me no damn $50. Talk about that's all we can give you because you bring in too much. Yeah, you bring in too much, and all I'm bringing in is $900 every 2 weeks. And you talk about that's too much because to you that's just enough to get by. What me and my kids finna eat after I done paid all these bills?
That's what I read. I'm about to go again. Find this on Facebook.
I ain't supposed to have a car.
I'm about to read something to y'all that makes a lot of sense.
If I ain't supposed to have a call, you want to check to see the like you want me to give you all this information, send you and put down all this information, and this is the information that you add up to decide whether or not me and my kids are hungry or not. That is ridiculous. Your cell phones, and we need to know if you got a cell phone, because if you got a cell phone, why you can't afford to get no food? Everybody need a phone.
Everybody need a phone.
How you think my kids?
But y'all out here giving out free phones to these people on food stamps.
It's crazy.
Y'all out here doing this.
It is crazy. Like literally, That's what happened to my grandmother. My grandmother struggled when she got her stroke and she couldn't work. She struggled, and I mean, when I tell you, she said I'm gonna tell you what she said. She said the lady told her, because you know my grandmother was a strong woman. She barely walked with that cane, even though she was supposed to walk with that cane every day. It was just her. She didn't want to feel like, you know, she was needy. And she said she went down to social service. She tried to get food stamps because she couldn't work, and she was taking, and you know they only give you so much on SSI. She said that lady told her, I don't know if you had a stroke or not, because most people with a stroke walk with a cane, and I don't see no cane. I said, why you ain't come back to the house and tell any of us what she said, and walk back up there and said her right there so we could fuck her up.
It makes no sense.
She's like, come on. I've heard so many people tell me about their parents, so many older people that I've worked with in the past to tell me about their parents who are on their elderly, you know, mother and father who are on Medicaid and Medicare, and they worked all their life. And they can't, that's all they getting is the SSI benefits.
That's
Medicare,
it.
and
they're
that's
not getting another dime.
And I've heard people tell me stories about how their elderly parents have had to eat out of cans, things like that, because they couldn't afford food. Because why is social service, why are you counting these people SSI benefits? Why are you counting these people Medicare? Why are you telling these people they making too much when they making just enough to pay their bills?
And they said that's the monitor to them. Yeah. They are looking at what you buying. They are doing this shit. They giving you free cell phones and free I work downtown. There's this girl who stands by the arena and she goes, free tablets. I said, wait a minute, y'all giving out free tablets? She's like, yeah, you gotta get food stamps or some type of medical assistance to get the tablet for free. You give me $20, that's to start the service, and then you don't have to pay anything else. I said, who's giving this out? The government is giving y'all free tablets or free cell phones because you get medical assistance. But you got these middle class workers who has to pay their cell phone bill, you know, and
that's why we broke.
And I wanted you to post what I just to share what I just sent you. I wanted to read this thing. I wanted to read what somebody said. I sent a picture of the middle class, you know, the breakdown of how much people make.
They consider us middle class.
Okay. And I'm gonna read what somebody said. It's a little like a 2-3 minute read, so maybe not even that, probably like a minute. And I'm gonna read to y'all once he posted what this person had said, because the person said to one of their family members that they don't want to be in the middle class. They want to be either poor or rich.
You can't
low income or rich.
If you're in middle class, you just gonna struggle.
Middle class gets shitted on so much.
Absolutely.
And I always heard this in politics when we was electing a new president or something. I always heard about the middle class. What about the middle class? And I always wondered, who the fuck is the middle class? Us, you know, people out here who got a job, who are working,
but barely
can afford anything, and people who have to pick and choose. Okay, either we gonna eat this week, or we gonna have gas to get to work for the week. What you want to do?
True,
you know, and we are middle class people are the most strugglingest class out here, and everybody say, oh. It's the poor people. No, it's these middle class people. It's the middle class people. And I know we say we gotta give back a lot, but we also gotta think about what about the people in the middle class? So the picture, I don't know if you could scroll down to the picture. Did I send the picture? Go scroll down to the picture. So that picture states, you know, how much the middle class were poor or near poor. You know, they make $32,400. $48 or less. The lower middle class makes $32.48, between $32.48 and between $53,413. That's lower middle class. Middle class, regular middle class, makes $53,000 to $106,000. Let's just say $107,000.
Right.
Upper middle class makes $107,000 to $374,000 a year. And then you have the rich people who makes more than $35,000 and up, right? So somebody said this. She said, I was arguing with my cousins the other day. They got upset because I told them never in my life do I want to be middle class ever again. I would either want to be low income or rich. She said, my cousin got upset and asked, what type of ignorant shit is that? How would you rather be low income than middle class? She said, I have been all three, and I have come to realize that being middle class is the hardest. When you are low income, you can get food stamps, Medicaid, WIC, Head Start, early Head Start, housing, and so much more.
Right.
When you are rich, you don't need food stamps because you have money to buy whatever you crave.
Right.
You can afford health insurance. You can go to the doctor and pay out of pocket.
That's
Your
right.
children can go to the best childcare centers and schools because you can afford it. You can live comfortably and not stress about paying the bills. When you are middle class, you don't get shit but struggle. You can't get food stamps because you make too damn much, and you are constantly choosing between food, gas, light, and rent. She says, you are always robbing Peter to pay Paul and can't never seem to get caught up. You can't afford to get sick because although you have health insurance through your employer, you have to pay a damn deductible just to be seen. You can't afford it because you need food. So now you have to go on Google and try to self-diagnose yourself. And although you feel like shit, you still have to get up and go to work because you can't lose your job. Section 8, no HUD ain't gonna pay the rent, and you and your children will be homeless. She said you don't even want to be right. You don't even want to go to the hospital because even though you feel like you about to die, you can't even give up that $3,000 bill on your credit and still can't afford to pay the doctor that $150. She said it to be seen, so you suck it up and go to the hospital. You have to worry every single day about who's going to watch your kids because ain't no telling what kind of mood grandma or baby daddy in today, and you got to work or pay the rent to pay the rent or mortgage. She said life is hard as shit, but I swear after experiencing all three, being middle class isn't for me. You have to pick. Earn less money or earn more money. If you're not going to be stuck in the real struggle forever. She said they rolled their eyes and were like, that's stupid. All low income people doing 10 times better than most middle class people I know. Like, how the hell you get food stamps and your child gets free lunch, but the middle class family can't get food stamps and they have to pay $2.35 every day for school lunch. They already struggling to keep food in their home. Hell, the ones with food stamps should have to pack a lunch, which I feel is true. How come the low-income family gets to send their child to daycare for less than $25 a week while the mother doesn't even work? But the middle-class mother worries about the safety of her child all day because when she works, her child is either with a family member who would or could watch them because she can't afford the $150 a week for childcare. To those who are currently low-income, y'all better cherish that shit and be wise with it. To those who are rich, y'all better spend that money wisely and save it. To those who are middle class, I'm praying for you. I hope you all become and stay rich because being middle class is hard as shit. That is so true.
Absolutely.
Being middle class is hard. It's so hard.
Every word that she said was true.
It's true.
Every word that she said, I'm sitting here like, damn it, you done hit everything on the nose. Because I done went through all that too. I done went through like she said, I done went through all this stuff. I ain't rich, but I'm still in middle class, but I done went through all those steps trying to get food stamps and them telling me, oh, you married, y'all make too much. You can't get housing.
You can't get anything.
I can't even do the income restriction. Income restrictions because of they even doing it on like if you try to get a regular apartment, not in her, just a regular apartment. The income restrictions.
Yeah.
You make what is going on?
Yeah.
Where can I live there?
I can't. You can't find nowhere to live, and then it's like, oh, we only looking for Section 8 anyway. They only looking for people on Section 8
because they know they're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
So there's a misconception from the quote unquote working class that being in the lower class is easier. And many of the people who are generationally in it, that's not a word, but I just made it a word. They are there because if what the middle class is saying is true, I have to often choose between my children's teeth and my children's food, my children's school, or my mortgage. Putting clothes on their back because they've outgrown it, or putting gas in the car. Those are things that the working class people have to deal with. So imagine somebody being on social services and you saying, okay, with my one child and me, I get $350 a month in food stamps. You know how much you have to work with every month. You
Mm-hmm.
also know that I can get at least this much coverage. My child can get a
Mm-hmm.
new pair of glasses every 2 years. They can get a dental checkup once a year. And the idea from many people that I've spoken to, that seems manageable versus me working 2 and 3 jobs and you not allowing me any benefits and I don't get those things. And I
Yeah.
think it's the same thing that um, these stimulus checks and stuff like that, it created a divide amongst people. So, because if you didn't get it, a lot of people said, I didn't get a stimulus check. Everybody who made under a certain amount of money got the stimulus check. So stop playing. Um,
Yeah.
or they got a PPP. If you didn't qualify for the stimulus, you got a PPP or some type of assistance throughout this
System, yeah.
pandemic. But what it did is created a class system. I hate those photos where they show two different refrigerators, and the one is the working class refrigerator, and the other
And one
one.
is the food stamp
That's not,
refrigerator.
that's
Mm-hmm.
not typical, and there are people who abuse the system. But if I know I can get at least this amount of care, even if it's low quality care, food stamps or medical insurance, most people are choosing that because
Right.
at least I know my child is going to get the basis of what they need. So I think
Yeah.
people should stop nickeling and diming and dividing the classes of people because we're all struggling.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
all.
absolutely.
If
Yeah.
that's how you feel, quit your job so you can get benefits.
Yeah.
If you feel
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
that's going to get you more, but quit your job and see how hard it is. See how
Quit your
much
job.
harder it is to live off of $300 worth of food stamps and you got 2 or 3 kids.
Well, for
Like,
me, I can say this. I can attest to both sides because while I am a working class individual, I still get food stamps on the side.
right.
But I don't qualify for HUD. I don't qualify for Section 8.
Wait. We can't incriminate ourselves now. So we go
Right.
use
I wasn't
hypotheticals.
saying nothing.
I'm
I'm just saying because we don't know who's watching.
I was going
They ask you these things, though. They ask you, "Are you working? Do you work? Do you
Yeah.
do this?" Yeah. So you have to answer those questions.
Yeah.
But anyway, and Dare said, "Yeah, my house, honey, I had the worst experience. Property owners wanted Section 8. Yeah, that's all they want.
That's all I
That's
see.
all you see.
And house hunting,
That's
all I
all you see. And when you looking for a place, and then you go on Trulia or Zillow or these places, and you see these fucking apartments that they trying to rent out. And there's always this meme on Facebook that stands out to me. These people want $19.99, giving you $19.99 kitchens with 2002 prices. That don't make sense. I don't want to rent this house, this apartment out, and you got wood cabinets, or your cabinets look like they belong in 1985.
Right.
I don't want that. But I stand on both sides of the fence because while I can't afford to go live here, but you won't go get me a house and you won't give me Section 8. You won't give me this. You have to be dead, broke, and naked out here for them people to give you something. And I'm gonna say this: I'm a black woman who has been. I'm a black woman who has been on these, who has gotten food stamps. I have never gotten TCA because I never got that shit. I can't stand TCA. But I'm a black woman who has gotten assistance from the government, only food stamps though. But you have to be. They will give a man the shit faster than they give it to a woman.
Really?
They will give food stamps, housing,
Especially
TCA, when they come home, they getting all that shit.
True.
They getting TCA, they getting food stamps, and they gonna fuck around and give them housing.
That's true.
She said I had to do overtime and maximum volume to build my income just to qualify for a rental. At these new market prices, basic is 12. And that's what I tried to tell my boyfriend. Look, you're not gonna go out here. He was living in Oak Hill townhomes over there off of Greenmount and 28th Street. You know those over there. His rent was dirt cheap. I'm not gonna lie. But I told him when they started to complain about little shit, I said they're trying to push you out.
Right.
Because you're paying next to nothing to live here.
Right.
You got your neighbor who was probably paying $1,200 and $1,300,
right.
and you paying pennies on a dollar to live here. They're gonna do what they can to push you out, to put somebody in there that's gonna pay more, pay the price everybody else is paying. Half of them people been there for years. I talked to a lady when I was doing laundry one day. She said she'd been there for 20 years. Her rent had never changed. They were trying to push her out, complaining about little shit. Oh, you got this little. You put a little.
What part of New York were you in?
I was in.
Nate, we can hear you.
Okay.
You know, you got these little parts.
Well, they said Queens is. Well, they gentrifying.
No, but the part that I was in,
I don't think he can.
Okay.
Nate, we can hear you.
like a lot of Asians, it's like you're in your own little like.
Oh, he took it off.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So you know, and it's like, you know, they are doing these things to minimize the market. You know, it's like you are, like I told him, he was paying next to nothing, and then he wanted to go, okay, well, I can go find me a house and pay this. I said, let me take these something. The minimum you're gonna pay is $1,100. If you want to live somewhere decent, somewhere safe, the minimum you're gonna pay is $1,100.
Unless you go down south.
Not unless you go to in the ghetto and you paying $900 or $800 to live down there.
But you gonna get trash though, because that's what I was looking for.
And you're gonna get trash. You're gonna get trash service.
Me and David was looking.
Shit, even with paying $1,100, you gonna get trash.
You really are.
The maintenance gonna be trash.
David thought the same thing when we looking to move now, and he thought the same exact thing. He was like, "Well, babe, but the kids going to virtual school when we just move in the city so we can save money." But damn, them daggone houses for nothing. Them daggone houses in the areas that they was in. And the prices that they was charging, I said it ain't even worth it.
It ain't even worth it.
It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. It is not worth it.
Because it's like now you gotta decide.
Yeah.
Now you gotta decide if you want. Now you gotta
decide. When I was living on Caroline Street,
you can get a bigger house with a bigger space. You can pay less, but damn, I gotta keep looking out the window every 5 minutes to make sure anybody broke my car.
I can honestly say this: living on Caroline Street, you know, it's not a bad area. Now, you know, living there, I'm gonna say the only bad thing that ever happened in the year and a half that I lived on Caroline Street was Jalen and his friend getting shot at when Jalen's friend getting shot when somebody was trying to rob him on a late night tip. That's the only bad thing that happened. My rent was $1,100. I had 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, but my maintenance people was trash. My landlord was trash. It was just trash. It was a trashy situation all the way around. The house was gorgeous, nice home, nice, beautiful home.
That's the other thing. You don't know. You don't know what type of landlord.
But the landlord was trash.
That's the thing.
Landlord was straight up trash. Wouldn't fix nothing. Couldn't fix nothing.
And especially when you do
wasn't gonna fix nothing. Yeah. And them private landlords are just as worse. The private landlords are just as worse.
Who do you tell when they're not doing nothing? Because at this point, especially if you live there longer than they were expecting you, they really gonna stop doing everything. Because now they ready for you to go because they ready to raise their prices.
And what's so crazy is when I moved out, I'ma say I moved out in September of 2020. Is that when I moved out? Yeah, September 2020. 2020. Lord have mercy. September 2020 is when I moved out. By December of 2020, somebody was living in there.
I knew you was going.
And it was, and I'm gonna tell you this: there was mold. Jalen room, his lights couldn't work because it rained and it knocked the lights out, so he had a leak in his ceiling. Like, it was so much shit that I know that they did not fix. And a lady reached out to me. She got my mail one time, and she reached out to me, and she said to me, how were they when you lived here? I said, trashy. They didn't fix shit. And I told her every place that had mold, and she said, I kept wondering why my grandsons kept getting sick, and she thought it was COVID. And I said, no, there's mold in there because they didn't fix the ceiling because the ceiling was leaking, and it leaked in my bathroom, like, you know, where my floor was. Yeah, there was mold all in it. And I'm pretty sure all they did was paint over top of it. That's all they did.
And then if you just leave, and you say, all right, because he ain't gonna let you out of your lease. So if you just leave and you say, fuck it, I'm just go find somewhere, and you did the same ones that be trying to take you to court and see and say you broke your lease. when you know what you did.
Yeah.
You know what you did. Your shit is a mess.
Yeah. It's a mess.
I don't really know. I mean, all I can say is just be black and excellent.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
We gotta come together, guys. We have to come together as a people. And
speaking of these houses, and you know these houses that are for rent, and these dope boys and stuff that are flipping these houses and stuff. Please be mindful. Don't be a trashy landlord just because you found a profit or you found some houses that you just want to flip just for the money. Think about it. It's still your community. It's still your
people that you're gonna have to rent to.
So absolutely.
You have to treat your people way better than somebody else will.
Right.
And you have some white landlords who are awesome.
Right.
And you have some black landlords who are awesome. And you also have some who are trashy, both black and white. Mine was, I guess he was from somewhere. His name was Muhammad. I don't know if he was from Pakistan. I forgot where he said he was from. But he was trash.
Be the worst ones.
He was trash. He was trash.
They say they be the worst landlords.
Trash. Trash.
I've always heard that they say
when my heat stopped working, he wouldn't even help me. He wouldn't reimburse me because I had got somebody else to come fix the heat. He wouldn't do anything.
But that's why I tried to tell you. As soon as you moved out and skipped that bread, he'd have had you up in court.
He'd have had me up in court. Had me all up and through court. Yep.
Found you.
But this is we have to, as a people, guys, we have to come together. We have to do better.
Absolutely.
We have to start building ourselves up. We have to start making this black empowerment work for us, because while we do all these things and we can talk about all these different things, we got to start implementing it. We got to start implementing it. We coming up with the plan and we coming up with the blueprint, but we ain't doing shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We coming up with the things to do, but we not following through. We not pushing each other. We not holding each other accountable. We not saying, hey, bro, you know, like, come on now, you got the followers, I got the money, we can get this together. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is we got to step outside of our comfort zone. Stop doing shit with your friends just because, you popular, so we gonna come together. Come on now, step outside your comfort zone. Do shit with other people. So many other people in this city, city that got so much going on.
And they willing to give you.
And they are willing.
I've sat down and spoke to so many people, you know, being a business owner. I spoke to I've sat down with so many people, even Nikki, when I met her, when we first did the show here, just asking her questions. So many people that are willing to give you those answers to help to see you do better. And there are actually people out here like that. You guys, like BlackRoses say, you just really got to step outside your comfort zone. You got to step out. You got to meet people. You got to talk to people. One of the biggest things for me, I like going to those events that Jessica had with the different musicians and stuff, because they have everybody from Baltimore. Come to those music events and things like that. You can meet everybody from all aspects of Baltimore that has something going on. And they willing to sit down and give you what they know, give you the benefits of what they know and how they started to help you be as successful as them. It does not always, it don't like BlackRoses said, it don't always take you and your homegirl, because your homegirl might not have the same priorities as you. Her priorities might not be where yours is. She might not feel, might not be as serious about something that you that you have.
Her passion and her drive may not be yours.
Absolutely. And then, another thing is I want to bring up, when we initially started our podcast and we was talking about our first topic, we did what about your friends, going into business with your friends. It's not always a good situation. Everybody ain't for you. Everybody don't see what you see. Everybody don't want to do
everybody's vision ain't the same.
Right. Like, for instance, me and BlackRoses, we have the podcast, but then BlackRoses' other business is the shoe thing. I don't like shoes. I don't want to do shoes. I don't know nothing about shoes. Okay, y'all look crazy as hell. Y'all come to me with some shoes. But I do the music thing. I love music. I can hear it. I like it. I like everything it is to know about it. And BlackRoses, same for her. She might not want to hear the music that that I like.
I'm the type to say, baby, you can't rap.
Right, exactly.
Baby, you can't sing. We not even gonna try.
Exactly.
Ain't enough 808 and auto tune to cut all that out.
Right, exactly. No. So it's not. You don't have to. Business doesn't have to be, with your homegirl, it doesn't. Like, we have our business together, then we have our separate business together, and we working it out. Y'all see us here every Saturday faithfully.
It might be a lot of y'all, and it might be some. It might be none of y'all, but we here every Saturday faithfully. Because whether it's 1 or 100, we gonna be the same. Yeah, we gonna be the same. It's like we here. We trying.
Our dream, our drive when it comes to our podcast is the same.
It's the same. We have to. We have to have that. You have to be on that equal level playing field
and support each other.
That's the biggest support each other. Absolutely.
If you don't support, I can't tell you how many. I can't tell you how many different. I think you came to two of my events that we had with the music. One or two events. I sent BlackRoses an invite, but I wasn't like expecting her to show, and she did. But which she does every time. My BlackRoses shows up at every day.
You invite me, I'm coming, honey.
She has everything. I didn't even know she was standing there. I looked behind
when there's drinks and there's a good time, there's BlackRoses.
I didn't even know.
I
didn't even know her.
You got drinks in, honey. We having a good time.
I didn't even know her when that was standing behind me.
I'm show up.
Look back.
Because you want that same support. You're going to want that same support back.
Absolutely.
It costs nothing to support somebody.
Absolutely.
One
thing that I saw online, this girl had wrote on Instagram about supporting your friends. It was like something about like, if you have a homegirl that does hair and that's her job, that's your hairdresser. If you got a homegirl that sell makeup, instead of going to MAC, that's your makeup person. If you got a homegirl that has a clothing line, instead of going to Neiman Marcus, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to support, it made sense. When I looked at it like that, it made sense. But you also ain't gonna hit me in the head with these prices, though.
And that's another thing.
For me, you ain't fitting to sit up here now. I'm gonna support you now, but I ain't paying no $100 for no damn hoodie when I can go throw the same damn on that sign. I said support. I ain't say make your ass rich.
I ain't say break my pockets. You said support you. I'm supporting you.
Now, I have seen the other videos where a lot of people be like, their friends and their family be like, I get a family friend discount.
No.
We ain't doing that either.
No.
Stop asking for these discounts.
You don't go to Gucci asking for no discount.
That is not going to keep your friend.
And stop thinking because your family and your friends selling something, they got to give it to you for free.
Right. That is not going to keep them in business. That is not saying you supporting them. That's it. You trying to
get over. The first thing when my mother found out I was selling shoes, she said, and blankets, she said, how much is it? I'm going to buy one from you. She has yet to do it, but she means well. My mama mean well. My mama mean well, y'all. It's time we come together as a people. It's time we band together. Absolutely. And it's time we start
supporting each
other.
That's the only way we're gonna see each other.
Holding each other accountable. That's the only way we're gonna succeed. But it's always gonna be somebody in the group who gotta be negative. Always. And there's nothing we can do about that. You gonna either
just don't let them take your energy.
Yeah.
That vibe away from you, and you good to go. Keep it moving. Because that one person ain't gonna make you or break you.
Yeah.
That one person ain't gonna make you or break you, ain't gonna make or break your pockets, because that person might just be around to see that most of the time when you got that one person, that person just around to see if your shit actually work or not, to see if you actually gonna succeed.
See what you doing.
To see what you doing. Absolutely.
See what you
doing.
I
like my mother said, I'm gonna have to have my mother on this show because she be saying a lot of stuff. But one thing she always said was if they want to see, give them a motherfucking show. That's one thing she has told us. Give them a show. Because when you tell her, I would always say stuff like, because such and such was talking about you. But I just
wait a minute. Deborah had a lot of comments. And there said, wait a minute. I love networking and sharing my ideas and being receptive to knowledge. She said she loved your new hair color.
Thank you.
Oh, well, you got it. Why can't I see the comment? Oh, there it is. I don't know why I couldn't click. Okay, I feel retarded.
Thank you.
She said absolutely not want to go into business with my friends, but I would support them, and sharing by sharing or purchasing. She said, I love cleaning and I am good at it, so I got my business. All right, legalized. Moon's Cleaning Restoration LLC. Congratulations!
Listen, we have to bring you on the show so you can talk about it.
Yes, girl.
We
That's
have
what's
to
up.
bring you on the show so you can talk to people more about your business and get you out
and
there.
Dara, I didn't know you had your own clean. She loves to clean. That's the woman that loves the smell of bleach, honey.
I do too. And
Other than my
Saturday morning,
other than my mama, she the only person I know that. I mean, I like the smell of bleach too, but honey,
but bleach your lemon pie.
you got her some bleach, honey. She gonna clean that thing.
I'm right with
That
you.
girl loves to clean.
Now, and Dara, that's who got married.
That's the one that got married.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one I told you about. Yeah.
congratulations.
We had to. We shot her out on the
She
show,
wasn't
didn't we?
here. She wasn't here. When we shot her out. Well, I didn't see her.
I don't know if she came on the show that day.
Congratulations on your wedding.
It was so pretty. It was so. I'm gonna show you the pictures when we get off of here. It was so pretty. It was so gorgeous. It was so intimate too. I liked it. I liked that it was intimate, very intimate.
Well, from what you say, she seems like she deserves it. She deserves it.
She does. She deserves it. She is an awesome person. You just ever met somebody that was just like, you like, damn.
Just being around.
Yeah, you were like,
spirits
oh my
uplift.
God, I want to be around this person again.
That's how Jessica is. That's how Jessica, even though that's my
That's
sister.
how she
and
is. She's just
on
one of
my
the people that
nerves.
you like, I want to go around her again.
Right.
What was her name? Can you invite her? That person, you be like, can you invite her? Yeah.
No, honestly, surprisingly, that's you. Because every time I bring you to a family event, everybody be like, you bringing her back. Remember when I took you to my family reunion? We went all the way there. Where was we at? In Virginia somewhere. You rode with my grandmother and them.
Yeah. Girl, he's such a peaceful spirit. Yeah.
Everybody was saying that. Was like, can you bring your best friend back?
Yeah, she is definitely one of them people that makes me want. You ever met somebody that makes you want to be a better person? Like, damn, I wish I could be like her.
That's the type of friend you need around
That's how
you.
she is. She is definitely
That's the
an
type of
awesome
friend you
person.
need. That's a supportive friend. That's the type of friend you need around you. Absolutely.
They all things. All right, y'all. We about to wrap this thing up. We've been on here a long time today.
Yeah.
We thank y'all for tuning in, and always know we're here every Saturday, each and every Saturday from 11 to 1. Sometimes we may go over. Who cares? But we're here. You're amazing too, Amira, Indira. I love you so much, girl. And congratulations again.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll see y'all here. And if you want to be a sponsor or if you want to promote your business on our page, you know what to do. What they going to do, KD?
You will DM us at I.Am.She Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'll never know that Gmail. podcastIamShe@gmail.com.
That's right.
Oh,
See you next Saturday, Indira. We love you. Thank you for watching. I'm a faithful watcher. Love you guys. See y'all next week.